My opponent tonight is Karamo Brown, one of the stars of the Netflix show Queer Eye. If he thinks he's going to get me to cry tonight, he's going to have to dig real deep. Or just mention my dad. Karamo Brown, everybody.
Hey!
Welcome.
So your father?
Please, don't. Can we wait?
We'll wait.
Can we wait?
We'll wait.
But do you know something? Does he love me?
I do.
We will get to that.
Okay.
Because that's a Pandora's box,
Yes.
all right? And that she-devil's box you do not want to open. I want to talk about your show.
Yes.
Queer Eye. Now, the Fab Five, you shoot a lot of this in Georgia, which is a red state. Is this goal of this show transforming Trump's America to become more liberal? Is that your end goal?
No.
Okay,
No, our goal is definitely not to change, the red states pink. We just want to make sure that they open their hearts a little bit.
So that you're going out there to try to change parts of America.
Yeah, well, no, we're not trying to change parts of America. We're trying to make people feel better about who they are so that hopefully they'll change themselves. How do you have the hard conversation with yourself so you can have a hard conversation with other people?
How do you have a hard conversation with yourself?
Well, let's start with your father.
Please, okay. How do you have a hard conversation with yourself?
We start with my father.
You start with
it all starts there.
It starts from the top down.
Uh-huh.
You cover culture.
Yes.
Now that's something I've never been that into. What do you mean when you walk in there with a focus on culture? What are you talking about?
So culture is actually a misleading title. My goal is actually to fix the inside. My background is in social work, psychotherapy. So it's all about figuring out what's blocking you and what's stopping you from talking to people or being curious about life. And that's what really my goal is. That's why you see the tears. I break them down on the inside.
How do you make somebody? Now that's something I'm interested in.
Yeah, okay.
How do you break a person down from the inside?
Exactly.
How do you get at the tears? How do you make somebody cry?
I've just been watching Republicans all week, so that's how I usually do it. Yeah.
Yes.
I just follow their format. Yeah. Because I've been crying since the election started.
There's been a lot of tears on television.
Yes, definitely.
Well, stuff has shifted. The Queer Eye for the Straight Guy started in 2003.
Yes.
Queer Eye is now 15 years later. How is this show different? How was it approached differently? How have times changed in that sense?
How have times changed? Well, there was a Bush in office the first time.
Yeah.
Now there's an ass in office.
We've made America great again.
Perspective, right?
Sure.
I think what we're really trying to hope is trying to figure out, why do you all keep trying to change everything? I like the country we had beforehand, and I think what we want people to see is that there's a beauty in the country that was here once, and we don't need to change it.
Okay, and there's been some interesting moments on your show as well.
Yeah.
There was one when you were in Georgia.
Yes.
And you had to sit down with a police officer. What's happened? What happened there?
Well, he is a Trump supporter, a police officer, and we had a very transparent conversation about what it is to be a black man, for me, a gay man in America, with the militarization of police officers. And it was really beautiful because two people who normally don't have a dialogue came together and found common ground in the fact that we are fathers, and the fact that we are proud Americans, and the fact that we want to see our country be the best that it can be.
Why do you think people are being drawn to Queer Eye? It's had a lot of popularity recently. What is it about the show that sticks out, that people want to watch? I wish you could tell me months ago what that secret could be. But what do you think? What do you think the nugget is inside of a show like that, where people would tune in regularly?
It's funny because I tune in regularly to you, so
I'll take that.
You actually have it all. It's the good hair, good clothes, pretty eyes, and being open to America.
This is.
Are you trying? So that message was actually from your father.
I see. Oh, Karamo, you be careful. I see your wicked ways.
Exactly.
Why do you think this resonates in 2018?
Really, it's because we're at a time right now where a lot of people feel very divided and disconnected. They don't feel like people are talking to each other anymore. And this is an opportunity for people to realize that we're more alike than we are different. And that's what's most important in all of this.
You're political also outside the show.
I am very political.
What are your passions?
My passions vary from comprehensive gun control. I was a graduate of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas in Parkland, Florida. I'm also a father. And to see these children die at the hands of guns, it's not about taking guns away from Americans. It's about how can we work together to protect our children.
You have political aspirations?
You know what? I would say this. Ronald Reagan was, a Californian man, and he also was president. Trump was a reality star, and he's president. I don't know, maybe one day, there could be a gay black governor of California. Could that be the change America needs?
You think Californians would vote for a liberal? Tell me something I already know.
That Donald Trump is probably the greatest magician we have ever seen. That sleight of hand, he tricks you over here and says, look, I'm changing immigration, I'm going to repeal what I just done with tearing apart all these families, while I'm also pulling us out of the UN and the human rights. And so I think that's something that we should really be focusing on, is that this greatest magician is trying to pull the wool over our eyes, and we now know there's a man behind the curtain and we're not going to take it anymore.
So he shows you the big hand. He grabs you with the other.
Yeah.
I hear that. A new season of Queer Eye is now available on Netflix. Karamo Brown. The fight continues. Are you a deep state operative who's sent by George Soros to take away my Second Amendment rights and force feed me soy burgers? No? Well, then prove it. Click and subscribe and join the opposition now.